Welcome, dear friends, to a tranquil journey through the enchanting world of Harry Potter. Tonight, we'll wander together through 75 obscure facts from the beloved wizarding world, a place where magic thrives in every corner, hidden in the folds of a book, the whispers of a spell, and the unnoticed details of the everyday. As we explore these lesser known pieces of magic, we'll dive into the mysteries of enchanted objects, forgotten moments, and secret histories that only the most devoted of fans may know. Each fact holds a quiet charm, waiting to unfold and guide us deeper into a world of wonder. So let your breath slow, your body soften, and allow the gentle hum of the wizarding world to soothe you into rest. Take a deep breath now, letting the weight of the day fade away. Feel the quiet settle around you, as though the warmth of the Hogwarts hearth is wrapping you in a soft embrace. With each exhale, feel yourself drifting further into peace as the words of this magical world carry you into a restful place. And if you enjoy drifting through stories like this, you're welcome to subscribe and softly tell me where you're listening from tonight. Now, let us step gently into the first of these quiet, magical facts. Fact 1. The Hogwarts Express, that iconic scarlet train, was inspired by an actual railway. J.K. Rowling has said that the train's design was influenced by the West Highland Line in Scotland, which she traveled on often. The landscape that unfolds outside the windows, the rolling hills, the craggy mountains in the distance, those scenes are woven into the very soul of the Hogwarts journey. Imagine the sound of the train's wheels on the tracks, the soft swaying, the rhythmic motion that rocks you gently as it carries you into another world. Fact 2. Did you know that the beloved house elves were inspired by a historical figure? J.K. Rowling has mentioned that the concept of house elves grew from her memories of the servants who worked in her childhood home. She imagined them as small, elf-like creatures who were hardworking and loyal, yet bound to serve without question. Their quiet presence, always working in the background, reflects the way certain aspects of our own world often go unnoticed, yet hold everything together. Fact 3. In the world of Harry Potter, every wand is unique, with its own wood, core, and personality. It is said that the wand chooses the wizard, a magical bond formed at the moment of connection. The design of the wands was influenced by the belief that each wizard's wand has a certain magical affinity, an unspoken understanding between wand and wizard. When you close your eyes, you can almost feel the warmth of the wand in your hand, pulsing with an energy all its own. Fact 4. The number 7 is considered a magical number throughout the Harry Potter series, and it's woven into every part of the story. There are 7 books, 7 years of school at Hogwarts, 7 players on a Quidditch team, and 7 Horcruxes. It's a number that carries with it a sense of completion, of fullness. 7 represents the cycles of life and magic that bind the wizarding world together, its rhythm a comforting pulse beneath the surface. Fact 5. Hogwarts was almost a completely different place. In early drafts of the story, J.K. Rowling imagined the school as being more like a traditional British boarding school, but she soon realized that the school needed to feel magical from the very start. She redesigned it to be a place filled with wonder and mystery, where the castle itself seemed to shift with every step, where portraits whispered secrets and staircases moved when you weren't looking. Hogwarts itself is a character, always alive with magic and stories waiting to be discovered. Fact 6. The magical creatures of the wizarding world aren't just fantasy. Many were inspired by real creatures with deep roots in mythology and folklore. Take the hippogriff, for example, a majestic creature that has the body of a horse and the head of an eagle. This creature is a tribute to the deep seated respect J.K. Rowling has for the rich history of mythical beings. The hippogriff, with its proud stance and noble demeanor, invites us to honor the beauty of the unknown and to approach all things with respect and care. Fact 7. The Sorting Hat wasn't always going to choose students based on their personality. In fact, J.K. Rowling originally considered making the Sorting Hat choose based on family heritage. It was only after she thought more deeply about the nature of Hogwarts that she realized the hat should sort students according to their inner qualities. The Sorting Hat, with its ancient magic, helps us understand the importance of self discovery, how we are shaped by our choices and actions, rather than merely the blood that runs through our veins. Fact 8. The names of the 4 Hogwarts houses each have meanings that go beyond the surface. Gryffindor, named after Godric Gryffindor, means bravery, a house for those who stand tall in the face of danger. Ravenclaw, named after Rowena Ravenclaw, symbolizes wisdom, a place for those who seek knowledge and understanding. Hufflepuff, named after Helga Hufflepuff, represents loyalty, a home for those who value fairness and hard work. Slytherin, named after Salazar Slytherin, is a house that embodies ambition for those who strive to achieve greatness. Each house is more than a place of learning. It is a mirror of the qualities that reside within us all. Fact 9. The Marauder's Map is not only a magical object, but a clever commentary on the idea of secrecy and knowledge. It reveals the secret passageways and hidden rooms within Hogwarts, as well as the location of everyone in the castle. J.K. Rowling said the map was inspired by her own love of creating hidden spaces and puzzles. It reminds us that in every corner of the world there are mysteries to uncover, paths yet to be walked, and secrets to be shared with those who know where to look. Fact 10. In the wizarding world, the name Voldemort is feared and avoided, but did you know that J.K. Rowling intentionally created this name to symbolize fear itself? The name Voldemort is French in origin, with Voldemort meaning flight of death. It's a name that, when spoken, carries a weight of dread and darkness. It reminds us of how language can shape our perceptions and how even the smallest words can carry immense power. Fact 11. Did you know that the Hogwarts Library is home to some of the most dangerous and magical books in the wizarding world? The restricted section, hidden behind a simple wooden door, holds texts that are considered far too powerful or dangerous for young minds. One such book is The Dark Forces, a guide to self-protection, a volume that teaches wizards how to defend themselves from dark magic. It's a reminder that knowledge can be both a gift and a burden, depending on how it's used. Just like the gentle rustle of turning pages, the books in Hogwarts carry ancient wisdom that is always just within reach, if only you know where to look. Fact 12. The iconic spell Lumos, used to light the tip of a wand, was inspired by the Latin word for light, lumen. J.K. Rowling's deep love of language is reflected in her choice of spell names, often borrowing from Latin or Old English. Lumos is soft, like a whispered prayer, and its warm glow can be felt as if it's lighting the path in front of you, creating a sense of calm, a quiet assurance that you are never truly in the dark. With each flick of the wand, the world brightens. Fact 13. The character of Nearly Headless Nick, the ghost of Gryffindor Tower, is more than just a spectral figure wandering the halls of Hogwarts. His backstory is filled with a sense of tragic comedy. He was beheaded in a botched execution, but his head remains stubbornly attached to his neck by just a small, severed strip of skin. His story is a gentle reminder that even in the afterlife, we carry with us the traces of our past, those things we can never quite shake off, no matter how hard we try. His presence is both humorous and heartbreaking, a symbol of resilience in the face of absurdity. Fact 14. Dumbledore's full name is Albus Percival Wulfric Brian Dumbledore, a name that carries weight, history, and layers of meaning. J.K. Rowling chose to give him such a lengthy name because it embodies his wisdom, kindness, and his grand role in the fight against darkness. The name Albus means white in Latin, symbolizing purity, light, and knowledge. Dumbledore, with his long, flowing robes and his gentle, guiding presence, is a beacon of hope in a world that can often feel overwhelming. His name is a subtle reminder of the quiet power of kindness and wisdom. Fact 15. The Quidditch World Cup, an event that draws witches and wizards from all over the globe, is a spectacle of magic, sport, and culture. The cup was originally introduced in The Goblet of Fire, but J.K. Rowling based much of the Quidditch World Cup on her own experiences attending football matches and cultural events. The blending of magical elements with the excitement of a sporting event creates a vibrant, multi-layered world where the thrill of the game is woven with the sense of belonging to something much greater. It is in such moments of unity, amidst the roar of crowds and the dazzling display of magic, that we often find the most memorable moments of joy and connection. Fact 16. In the magical world, pets are often more than mere companions. They are a wizard's closest allies. The idea of magical creatures like owls, cats, and rats is deeply rooted in the folklore of ancient times. In the Sorcerer's Stone, Harry receives a snowy owl named Hedwig, whose loyalty and silent companionship carry him through many challenges. The owl's soft hoot in the night feels like a reminder that we are never alone, that even in the darkest hours, there is a constant presence by our side, quietly offering comfort and guidance. Fact 17. The wizarding world is full of rich, symbolic locations, and one of the most famous is the Forbidden Forest. Beyond its borders, the forest is home to many mysterious creatures, including the giant acromantulas and the centaurs who roam the shadowy trees. The Forbidden Forest is often seen as a place of danger, yet it is also a place of growth, mystery, and self-discovery. Its wildness and uncertainty are like the vast, untamed parts of our own minds. Dark, yes, but also brimming with potential, waiting to be explored. Fact 18. Professor McGonagall, the stern yet deeply caring Transfiguration professor, is a talented witch who can transform into a cat at will. Her animagus form, a cat, mirrors her sharp intelligence, as cats are often seen as symbols of independence and mystery. McGonagall's ability to transform symbolizes her ability to adapt to any situation with grace, intelligence, and authority. Her cool demeanor hides a heart full of care for her students, much like the soft purring of a cat, gentle yet unwavering. Fact 19. The mysterious room, known as the Room of Requirement, is one of Hogwarts' most magical secrets. It appears only when a person is in need, and it takes the shape of whatever that person requires at that moment. This room embodies the idea that our desires and needs shape the world around us, like the way our thoughts shape the world within. It is a reminder that just like the magic of Hogwarts, the answers to many of life's questions may not always be in front of us. They may appear only when we are truly ready to receive them. Fact 20. The beloved Diagon Alley is not only a place of magical commerce, but also a place where J.K. Rowling took inspiration from real life shopping districts. The cobbled streets, the quaint shops, and the bustling atmosphere of Diagon Alley reflect the charm of places like Edinburgh, where Rowling spent much of her time writing the series. The magical shops, filled with curiosities and wonders, remind us that there are hidden treasures in the most unexpected places, and that the world is always full of surprises, just waiting to be discovered. Fact 21. In the magical world of Harry Potter, the key to unlocking many doors is a simple one: words. The concept of spellcasting is built on language, and one of the most subtle yet powerful spells is the Alohomora charm, used to unlock doors. The word itself comes from an African language, Sango, meaning friendly to thieves. The very idea of unlocking doors with a word reflects the simplicity of magic in its purest form, accessible to all if only you know the right key. Just like the soft sound of a whispered incantation, this spell brings forth the idea that magic is always around us, waiting to open up new possibilities. Fact 22. Did you know that the design of the Hogwarts castle was inspired by various real world castles and cathedrals, particularly those in Scotland and England? J.K. Rowling wanted the school to have an ancient, grand feel, one that seemed to have existed for centuries, its stone walls full of whispered histories. The winding staircases, the towering turrets, and the hidden corridors all come together to form a place that feels eternal. Hogwarts is a sanctuary, not just for young witches and wizards, but for anyone who believes in the magic of the past. Fact 23. The Sorting Hat, one of the most iconic magical objects in the series, was created by the four founders of Hogwarts. But did you know that its intelligence is not entirely its own? The Sorting Hat contains pieces of the minds of the four founders, their qualities and values embedded within it. It is said that when the hat speaks, it channels their voices, offering guidance based on their wisdom. The Sorting Hat serves as a reminder of how the past shapes the present, how the wisdom of those who came before us continues to guide us, even in the most unexpected ways. Fact 24. The Weasley family's home, the Burrow, is not only a place of warmth and love, but also a representation of magic itself. The house is full of surprises, with rooms that seem to appear and disappear, objects that move of their own accord, and a feeling that no corner is ever quite what it seems. The Burrow is a reflection of the Weasley family, chaotic yet full of love, magical in its own way, even when it seems unremarkable. It's a gentle reminder that magic often resides in the small, everyday moments, the ones we may overlook, but which hold the most warmth. Fact 25. Hedwig, Harry's loyal owl, isn't just a messenger bird. She symbolizes Harry's connection to the wizarding world. Hedwig was with Harry from the moment he received his Hogwarts letter, and her soft hoot in the night was a constant companion throughout his adventures. Owls in the wizarding world are more than just animals. They are symbols of communication, of messages sent and received. Hedwig's quiet presence reminds us that sometimes the most important messages aren't spoken aloud. They are felt in the silence, in the quiet moments when we understand what truly matters. Fact 26. The night bus, a peculiar form of magical transportation, offers an insight into the whimsy and chaos of the wizarding world. When Harry first boards it, the bus careens through the streets at breakneck speed, dodging traffic and squeezing between obstacles. But even in its mad rush, the night bus is a reminder of the magical possibilities that exist when the ordinary world and the magical world collide. It's a strange but comforting thought that even in the chaos, there's always a way to find your path. Fact 27. The term muggle has become widely recognized, but did you know it originally referred to someone who was particularly good at a certain craft or skill? In the wizarding world, however, the term evolved to describe someone without magical abilities. The transformation of the word is symbolic of how language can adapt over time, reflecting changing societal norms. It's a gentle reminder that even in a world full of magic, there are moments of quiet, ordinary beauty, those moments when you are simply yourself without the need for anything extra. Fact 28. The Mirror of Arist is a magical object that shows the deepest desires of a person's heart, but it also serves as a powerful metaphor for longing and unfulfilled dreams. The name Arist is desire spelled backward, a clever twist on the nature of the mirror. It doesn't show reality, but only the dream of what could be. The mirror's presence in the story invites us to reflect on our own desires and to ask ourselves, what is it that we long for, and how does that shape our journey in life? Fact 29. The character of Luna Lovegood, with her dreamy nature and eccentric personality, is one of the most beloved figures in the series. Her name, Luna, comes from the Latin word for moon, and her character is often associated with themes of light, dreams, and the night. Luna's quiet, thoughtful presence reminds us that sometimes the most important things are those that can't be seen with the eyes. Like the moon, she brings light to the darkness, illuminating the world with her unique perspective and kindness. Fact 30. In the world of Harry Potter, time travel is a very real possibility. The Time Turner, a magical device that allows the user to travel through time, plays a key role in The Prisoner of Azkaban. The concept of time travel in the wizarding world raises deep questions about fate, choice, and the consequences of our actions. The Time Turner, though it can reverse time, is also a symbol of the delicate balance between the past and the future. It serves as a reminder that time, like magic, is something that can never be fully controlled, no matter how much we may wish to. Fact 31. The character of Sirius Black, Harry's godfather, is one of the most complex and tragic figures in the series. His name, Sirius, is derived from the dog star, the brightest star in the night sky. In many ways, Sirius embodies the idea of loyalty and sacrifice. He is a figure who, despite all the darkness surrounding him, shines brightly for those he loves. His loyalty to his friends and to Harry is a guiding light, like the distant stars that guide travelers through the night, offering hope in the darkest of times. Fact 32. The Triwizard Tournament, a central event in the Goblet of Fire, was inspired by medieval jousting tournaments, where knights competed for honor and glory. But in the wizarding world, the tournament carries an even deeper meaning, one of danger, ambition, and testing one's limits. The tournament, with its 3 challenges, symbolizes the journey of growth and self-discovery that each of us must undergo. It's a reminder that sometimes the greatest trials lead to the most profound transformations. Fact 33. The Deathly Hallows, three magical objects of immense power, are steeped in both myth and history. The tale of the Hallows is an ancient story passed down through generations, symbolizing the balance between life, death, and the choices we make. The Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Invisibility Cloak are not just magical items, they represent the human desire for power, immortality, and escape. They remind us that true strength lies not in seeking control over life and death, but in accepting the natural course of things. Fact 34. Diagon Alley is a place of wonder. But did you know that the shop Flourish and Blots, the bookstore where Harry buys his school supplies, is a nod to a real bookstore in London? The shop's name is inspired by the historical term flourish, which refers to a sudden burst of energy or decoration, and blots, which was used to describe ink stains. In the wizarding world, Flourish and Blots holds an endless collection of books, each one a doorway to a new world. The magical bookstore serves as a reminder that books are not just filled with words, they are filled with magic, holding the power to transport us anywhere we wish to go. Fact 35. The character of Professor Snape, with his sharp tongue and complex nature, is a figure who often evokes both fear and sympathy. His name, Severus, means stern or severe, a fitting reflection of his demeanor. Yet beneath the surface, Snape's loyalty, sacrifice, and love for Lily Potter are the threads that run through his story. His character serves as a reminder that things are rarely as simple as they seem, that people can be more than their actions, their appearances, or their pasts. Just like the quiet shadow that moves through the halls of Hogwarts, Snape's true nature is one of profound depth and hidden pain. Fact 36. The Philosopher's Stone, the magical object that grants immortality, is one of the oldest symbols of alchemy. The stone is said to be able to turn base metals into gold and grant eternal life. J.K. Rowling drew on real alchemical traditions when crafting the story of the stone. In many ways, the Philosopher's Stone represents the human desire for perfection, for an escape from the inevitable passing of time. Yet the true lesson of the stone is that immortality is not found in objects or magic, but in the choices we make and the love we share. Fact 37. In the world of Harry Potter, every object holds the potential for magic. One of the most beloved magical objects is the Time Turner, a small hourglass that allows the user to travel back in time. But what if time itself is an illusion, something fluid and ever-changing? The Time Turner is not just a symbol of time travel, it's a symbol of the fleeting nature of every moment. Time, like magic, is something we cannot control, but it is always there, gently flowing in the background, guiding us forward and backward in a never-ending cycle of change. Fact 38. The character of Bellatrix Lestrange, with her wild eyes and chaotic energy, is a figure who embodies both madness and loyalty to Voldemort. Her name, Bellatrix, means female warrior in Latin, a fitting reflection of her fierce yet destructive nature. Bellatrix is a tragic figure, one who allows her loyalty to Voldemort to consume her, leading her down a path of madness and violence. She serves as a reminder that blind loyalty can be dangerous, that it is important to question the things we believe in, especially when they lead us to harm others. Fact 39. The magical creature known as the Hippogriff is one of the most majestic beings in the wizarding world. With the body of a horse and the head of an eagle, the hippogriff is a symbol of the balance between strength and grace. The hippogriff teaches us the importance of respect, both for ourselves and for others. In the wizarding world, the creature can be approached only after bowing to it in mutual recognition of respect. This gesture is not just a sign of humility, it's a symbol of the harmony that exists when we show reverence for all life. Fact 40: Fawkes, Dumbledore's loyal phoenix, is a creature of incredible power and beauty. Known for its ability to regenerate, Fawkes represents the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. The phoenix is a creature that rises from his own ashes, symbolizing resilience, hope, and renewal. Just like the soft, ever-changing glow of a fire, Fawkes's presence is a reminder that even in the darkest moments, there is always the possibility of a new beginning. The phoenix's song is hauntingly beautiful, carrying with it the promise that no matter how many times we fall, we can always rise again. Fact 41: The Forbidden Forest, so vast and full of mystery, is one of the most intriguing places within the grounds of Hogwarts. It is home to many magical creatures, such as centaurs, werewolves, and unicorns. The forest is dark, eerie, and alive with the whispers of ancient magic. Yet, like the shadows in our own minds, it represents the parts of ourselves that we often fear to explore. The Forbidden Forest, with its tangled trees and hidden creatures, reminds us that there is beauty in the unknown, and sometimes the things that frighten us the most are also the things that offer us the greatest insights. Fact 42: Harry Potter's lightning-shaped scar is perhaps the most iconic symbol in the entire series. But did you know that the scar, which marks him as the boy who lived, is not just a physical mark, it is a symbol of resilience and survival? J.K. Rowling created the scar to represent the emotional and psychological scars that we all carry with us, those marks of experience, pain, and survival. The scar, in its quiet way, teaches us that the things that define us are not always visible, yet they shape who we are and how we move through the world. Fact 43: In the Chamber of Secrets, we are introduced to the basilisk, a serpent of ancient magic that can kill with a single glance. The basilisk is not just a creature of terror, it represents the dangers that lie in our own fears. The very idea of a gaze that can kill is a metaphor for how our own inner fears, our anxieties and insecurities, can sometimes paralyze us if we let them. The creature in the chamber, like all of our fears, can only be defeated when we find the courage to face it, no matter how overwhelming it may seem. Fact 44: The magical world of Harry Potter is full of enchanted objects, but one of the most curious is the Mirror of Erised. This mirror shows the deepest, most longing desire of one's heart, but it also reveals the dangers of dwelling too long in our dreams. The Mirror of Erised reminds us that while desires are a natural part of life, it is important not to lose ourselves in them. It is a gentle whisper to stay grounded in the present, to cherish what we have, and to remember that sometimes the best version of ourselves is the one that is content with what is, rather than always longing for what might be. Fact 45: The Weasley twins, Fred and George, are known for their mischievous pranks and their magical joke shop, Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. But beneath their playful exteriors, the twins are also symbols of resilience and creativity. The shop they create is not just a business, it's a testament to their ability to bring laughter and joy to others, even in the darkest of times. In a world that often seems heavy, Fred and George remind us that humor and lightness are powerful forces, capable of bringing joy even to the most difficult situations. Fact 46. Professor Dumbledore's motto: happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light, is a reflection of his own wisdom and kindness. Dumbledore, with his gentle nature and quiet strength, embodies the idea that even in moments of despair, there is always a glimmer of hope. His words are a reminder that in the midst of life's challenges, it is often the smallest moments of kindness, the flicker of a candle in the dark, that offer us the strength to keep moving forward. Fact 47. Hogwarts itself is much more than a school. It is a place full of magical enchantments. One of the most fascinating features of the castle is the ever changing nature of the rooms and hallways. Staircases move, doors appear and disappear, and corridors seem to change their shape when you're not looking. The shifting nature of Hogwarts is a reminder that life, like the castle, is never static. Change, growth, and adaptation are part of the journey, and sometimes the most magical things happen when we least expect them. Fact 48. The character of Minerva McGonagall is more than just a stern teacher. She is a symbol of strength, wisdom, and compassion. As an animagus, McGonagall has the ability to transform into a cat, a creature often associated with independence and mystery. Her animagus form mirrors her personality, graceful yet strong, firm yet nurturing. McGonagall's quiet power reminds us that true strength is often not loud or brash. It is the calm, steady presence that guides others with wisdom and care. Fact 49. The character of Cedric Diggory, though often overshadowed by the larger conflicts of the story, is a figure who represents fairness, honor, and bravery. Cedric's quiet heroism in the Triwizard Tournament is a reminder that bravery does not always come in the form of grand gestures. Sometimes, the most courageous act is simply doing what is right, even when it is difficult. Cedric's story teaches us that honor and integrity are qualities worth striving for, no matter the cost. Fact 50. The Room of Requirement is one of the most mysterious and magical places within Hogwarts. It only appears when someone is in great need, taking the form of whatever is required at that moment. This magical room represents the idea that the world is full of hidden opportunities, just waiting for us to discover them. It is a reminder that sometimes the answers we seek are already within our reach. We simply need to be open to receiving them when the time is right. Fact 51. The spell, Accio, used to summon objects to the caster, is one of the most practical spells in the wizarding world. Derived from the Latin word axio, meaning I summon, this spell embodies the idea that sometimes the things we need are already within reach, if only we know how to call them forth. The gentle swish of the wand, the whispered word, and the object comes soaring to us, a reminder that magic can make life a little easier if we allow it to. Fact 52. The Whomping Willow, a magical tree at Hogwarts, is infamous for its violent behavior toward anyone who ventures too close. However, did you know that the tree was planted by Professor Pomona Sprout, the herbology professor? The tree's violent tendencies were designed to keep people away from the secret tunnel that runs beneath it. The Whomping Willow is a symbol of how even the most beautiful things can carry danger within them, and how sometimes the things that seem unapproachable may hold secrets waiting to be discovered. Fact 53. The magical creature known as the Thestral a skeletal winged horse that is visible only to those who have witnessed death, is both haunting and beautiful. These creatures are not just a symbol of death, but of understanding, acceptance, and growth. The thestral represents the journey of moving forward after loss, the idea that we must face our fears, our grief, and our sorrow in order to truly understand life. Like the quiet, haunting beauty of a starless sky, the thestral is a reminder that even in the darkness, there is always a way to move forward. Fact 54. In the wizarding world, many magical creatures are capable of incredible feats, but the phoenix is one of the most extraordinary. Known for its ability to regenerate by bursting into flames and rising from its ashes, the phoenix symbolizes the idea of rebirth and renewal. It teaches us that even in moments of destruction, there is always the possibility of new beginnings. Like the soft flicker of a candle's flame, the phoenix reminds us that there is always light even in the darkest of moments. Fact 55. The Marauder's Map, a magical object created by 4 Hogwarts students, reveals the hidden paths and movements of everyone within the castle. The map represents the idea that there are always hidden layers to our world, secrets waiting to be uncovered. The Marauder's Map is a gentle reminder that no matter how well we think we know a place or a person, there are always things beneath the surface waiting to be discovered by those with a keen eye and a sense of wonder. Fact 56. The name Hogwarts itself is rich with symbolism. While J.K. Rowling has said she derived it from the name of a plant she encountered at Kew Gardens, the name evokes a sense of age, mystery, and tradition. Hogwarts is a place where magic is not just learned, but felt in every stone, every corridor, every room. It's a place where time itself seems to move differently, as if the castle is a living, breathing entity. The name Hogwarts, with its quiet, earthy sound, reminds us that magic is not something outside of us. It's something that exists within everything, waiting to be unlocked. Fact 57. In the world of Harry Potter, every magical object carries with it a deep sense of history and purpose. One of the most intriguing is the Philosopher's Stone, an ancient object capable of turning base metals into gold and granting immortality. The stone's power is a symbol of the eternal human longing for life beyond death, for escape from the inevitable passage of time. Yet as the story reveals, immortality comes with a price, and true peace can only be found by accepting the natural flow of life. The stone serves as a reminder that some things, like time and life itself, are too precious to be controlled. Fact 58. The Gringotts Wizarding Bank, known for its impenetrable vaults and magical security, is more than just a place to store money. It's a symbol of trust, security, and the power of wealth in the wizarding world. But beyond the gold and treasures, Gringotts represents the idea that true security doesn't come from wealth or power. It comes from the bonds we create, the trust we build, and the choices we make. The bank's high, glittering towers may seem cold and unapproachable, but within them there are stories of perseverance, loyalty, and deep magical wisdom. Fact 59. The character of Professor Severus Snape is one of the most enigmatic in the series, and much of his backstory is shrouded in mystery. Did you know that his loyalty to Dumbledore and his role as a double agent were not always clear to the other characters? Snape's complex nature, combined with his deep sense of duty and his tragic past, makes him one of the most compelling figures in the wizarding world. His story reminds us that people are often more than they appear on the surface, Our actions are shaped by our pasts, and sometimes the most unexpected figures are the ones who carry the greatest burdens. Fact 60. The character of Hermione Granger is more than just a brilliant student. She is a symbol of intellect, determination, and the power of knowledge. J.K. Rowling created Hermione as a character who defies the traditional expectations of a hero. While she is often the voice of reason, her strength lies not in physical bravery, but in her ability to think, learn, and act with compassion. Hermione teaches us that true power comes from within, from our ability to remain steadfast in the face of adversity, and from the belief that knowledge can change the world. Fact 61. The invisibility cloak, a rare and powerful magical object, is one of the most treasured items in the wizarding world. It is said to be one of the Deathly Hallows, and its ability to render the wearer completely invisible is unparalleled. The cloak is not just a tool for concealment, but a symbol of the deep human desire to escape from the harshness of reality. Yet it also serves as a reminder that true invisibility can be a double-edged sword. While it offers protection, it can also isolate us from the world around us. The cloak teaches us that sometimes facing the world, as difficult as it may seem, is the only way to truly grow. Fact 62. The character of Ginny Weasley, though often overshadowed by her brothers and by Harry's journey, is a figure of great strength and resilience. Ginny's journey from a shy young girl to a confident, brave witch mirrors the theme of growth and self-discovery that runs throughout the series. Her quiet determination and her deep love for Harry are the threads that bind her story together, showing us that even in the midst of great trials, the quiet strength of the heart can lead us to the greatest victories. Fact is 63. One of the most magical locations in the wizarding world is the Great Hall at Hogwarts. This magnificent room is where students gather to eat, celebrate, and learn together. But did you know that the ceiling of the Great Hall is enchanted to reflect the sky outside? The ceiling's changing colors and patterns remind us that the world is always in flux, and that even in the most sacred and steady places, change is inevitable. The Great Hall serves as a symbol of unity, of shared experience, and of the magic that comes from being part of something larger than ourselves. Fact 64. The character of Alastor Mad-Eye Moody is a fascinating figure whose magic is tied to his vigilance and constant state of readiness. His magical eye, which can see through walls and into the hidden parts of the world, reflects his deep suspicion and relentless pursuit of justice. However, his extreme wariness also highlights the dangers of living in fear, of never fully trusting the world around you. Mad-Eye's story is a reminder that while vigilance is important, it's equally important to find balance, without allowing our fears to consume us. Fact 65. The magical plant, mandrake, plays a key role in several stories, with its roots being so powerful that their cry can kill. Mandrakes are often grown in greenhouses, carefully nurtured by students in herbology class. This plant, with its eerie, human-like cry, is a reminder that even in nature's beauty, there can be danger. It teaches us to approach life's mysteries with caution, to acknowledge the risks that exist alongside the wonders. Like the mandrake, the world is full of contradictions, but it is also full of possibilities for those who are willing to take the time to understand. Fact 66. The flesh-eating slug repellent, a magical substance that Professor Snape uses in his potions classes, may seem like a simple tool, but it carries deeper significance. Potions, like magic itself, are a reminder that the simplest of ingredients can yield powerful results. Potions are about precision, patience, and understanding the delicate balance of the world. They teach us that sometimes the most transformative magic happens in the quiet moments when we take the time to nurture and perfect something small yet important. Fact 67. The Hogwarts Library, a place filled with magical texts and ancient knowledge, is more than just a space for study. It is a symbol of the importance of learning and curiosity. The library houses a wealth of knowledge, much of it hidden behind the towering shelves of ancient tomes. In many ways, it represents the journey of discovering the unknown, of peeling back the layers of mystery to uncover truths we never thought possible. The library is a gentle reminder that there is always more to learn, always more to discover, if we have the curiosity to seek it out. Fact 68. The Triwizard Cup, a magical artifact that serves as the ultimate prize in the Triwizard Tournament, is not just a trophy, it is a symbol of the trials we face in life. The tournament itself is a metaphor for the challenges that push us to grow, to step outside our comfort zones, and to test our limits. The cup represents not just victory, but the transformation that happens when we rise to meet our challenges, when we face the obstacles in our path and come out stronger on the other side. Fact 69. The Hufflepuff House is often portrayed as the most humble of the four houses at Hogwarts, but its values, hard work, loyalty, and fair play, are among the most important. Hufflepuff students may not always seek the spotlight, but they embody the quiet strength that holds Hogwarts together. Their loyalty and their willingness to stand by their friends, no matter the odds, make them the unsung heroes of the wizarding world. Hufflepuff reminds us that true greatness often comes from the quiet acts of kindness and the steadfast dedication to doing what is right, even when no one is watching. Fact 70. In the world of Harry Potter, magical creatures are an essential part of the landscape, each with its own unique qualities and symbolism. The unicorn, for example, is a creature of purity and grace, often seen as a symbol of the unattainable. The unicorn's beauty and its elusive nature remind us of the ideals we often strive for, those moments of purity and peace that seem just beyond our reach. But like the unicorn, these ideals are still worth chasing, for they represent the highest aspirations of the heart. Fact 71. The character of Remus Lupin, a werewolf and one of Harry's most beloved teachers, is a deeply complex figure. His condition, which causes him to transform into a werewolf under the full moon, is symbolic of the struggles that many of us face, hidden from the world. Lupin's quiet strength and ability to continue teaching and living despite his affliction serve as a reminder that our hardships do not define us. Just as the moon rises every night, Lupin's story is a reflection of resilience, showing us that even in our darkest moments, there is beauty and strength in simply continuing to move forward. Fact 72. The character of Dolores Umbridge is one of the most despised figures in the wizarding world, and for good reason. Her obsession with control, her cruelty masked behind false kindness, and her totalitarian rule at Hogwarts symbolize the dangers of unchecked authority. Umbridge's love of pink, her obsession with rules, and her twisted sense of order all serve as stark reminders that true power lies in compassion, understanding, and fairness. not in manipulation and fear. Her presence in the series is a lesson in the importance of standing up against injustice, no matter how small the rebellion may seem. Fact 73. The magical object known as the pensieve, a bowl used to view and experience memories, plays a key role in Harry's understanding of his past. The pensieve represents the idea that memories, though intangible, shape who we are. By diving into the pensieve, we see that our past, our experiences, and our relationships are not simply things to be remembered. They are the foundation of our identity. The pensieve is a gentle invitation to reflect on our own lives, to understand how the events we've lived through have shaped us into who we are today. Fact 74. In The Goblet of Fire, we are introduced to the Yule Ball, a grand event that allows the students of Hogwarts to dress up, dance, and celebrate. The Yule Ball, with its soft, glowing lights and the delicate sound of music, is a moment of joy in a world often filled with danger and uncertainty. It is a reminder that even in the midst of great challenges, there is always room for beauty, for celebration, and for connection. The ball represents the fleeting moments of joy that we must hold dear, for they are often what keep us going when times are tough. Fact 75. The character of Arthur Weasley, father of the Weasley family, is deeply fascinated by Muggle inventions, which are objects used by non-magical people. Arthur's fascination with Muggle technology represents the joy of discovery and the wonder of learning something new. It reminds us that even in a world filled with magic, there is always more to discover in the everyday world around us. His curiosity and open-mindedness invite us to explore the beauty in the seemingly mundane and to never stop learning, even from the world outside our own. Fact 76. The Dark Mark, the symbol of Lord Voldemort's followers, is a terrifying image, a skull with a snake emerging from its mouth. This mark, used by Death Eaters to signal their presence, is a symbol of fear, power, and control. However, its presence also serves as a reminder that symbols, like words, hold immense power. The Dark Mark is the embodiment of Voldemort's influence, and yet, in its power to instill fear, it also reminds us of the importance of hope, resistance, and standing firm against tyranny. Just as the mark strikes terror, so too can the light of courage shine through the darkness. Fact 77. The character of Cedric Diggory, though he meets a tragic end, leaves behind a legacy of honor and bravery. Cedric's victory in the Triwizard Tournament is a testament to his skill and courage, and his tragic death serves as a reminder that life is fragile. Cedric's story invites us to reflect on the importance of living with integrity, doing what is right, and always standing by our principles, even when the cost is great. His memory is carried on by those who knew him, and his legacy reminds us that even the briefest lives can leave lasting impacts. Fact 78. In the wizarding world, the use of potions is an essential skill, and one of the most intriguing potions is the Polyjuice Potion. This complex potion allows the drinker to temporarily assume the appearance of someone else, a powerful tool for disguise and deception. However, the potion comes with its own risks, reminding us that identity is a fragile thing. The Polyjuice Potion symbolizes the ways in which we shape our own identities, but also how our true selves can never be fully hidden. No matter how much we may change on the outside, the essence of who we are remains unchanged. Fact 79. The Shrieking Shack, located just outside of Hogsmeade, is one of the most haunted and mysterious places in the wizarding world. It is said to be the most haunted house in Britain, yet its true history is tied to a secret kept by a group of friends. The Shrieking Shack represents the hidden truths we often keep buried, the parts of our past that we may be ashamed of or frightened to confront. But just as the shack's true history is revealed, we learn that sometimes facing our past is the key to healing, to understanding, and to moving forward. Fact 80. The Hogwarts Express is not just a means of transportation, it is a symbol of transition, of moving from one chapter of life to the next. The train journey from Platform 934 to Hogwarts represents the beginning of a new adventure, a journey into the unknown. For Harry and his friends, the train ride is a time of reflection, a moment to say goodbye to the past and step into the future. The Hogwarts Express reminds us that every journey, no matter how familiar or new, is an opportunity for growth and discovery. Fact 81. The character of Neville Longbottom is one of the most inspiring figures in the series. While he starts out as clumsy and unsure of himself, Neville grows into a courageous and powerful wizard. His story is a powerful reminder that bravery is not always about grand gestures or fighting in battles. It's about standing up for what is right, even when it seems difficult. Neville's journey teaches us that true strength lies not in perfection, but in the ability to persist, to grow, and to never lose sight of who we are, even when the world around us is uncertain. Fact 82. The legendary wizard Merlin is a figure often referenced in the Harry Potter series, particularly as the symbol of wisdom and magic. While Merlin is a part of the rich history of magic, he is also an embodiment of the idea that magic is timeless. In the wizarding worlds, Merlin's wisdom and power continue to inspire wizards, and his name is often used as a measure of greatness. Merlin represents the idea that no matter how much time passes, wisdom and courage are constants that guide us through life, like the stars that remain steady in the night sky. Fact 83. The magical creature known as the Buckbeak is a majestic hippogriff with the head of an eagle and the body of a horse. Buckbeak's proud demeanor and regal presence serve as a reminder that respect is earned, not given freely. The Buckbeak's story teaches us the importance of showing respect to others, regardless of their appearance or status. Just like Buckbeak, who only allows those who show him respect to approach, we too must approach life with a sense of reverence and understanding for those around us. Fact 84. The infamous flesh-eating slug repellent used in Professor Snape's potions class is a reminder of the delicate balance between life and death in the wizarding world. Potions, with their often dangerous ingredients, serve as a metaphor for the complexities of life itself. Every action, every choice has consequences, and sometimes those consequences are unexpected. Just like the potions that require precise measurement and careful handling, life is full of delicate moments that must be navigated with care and awareness. Fact 85. The character of Luna Lovegood, with her dreamy and whimsical nature, brings an air of quiet magic to the series. Luna's eccentricity is often misunderstood, but she is unwavering in her belief in the unseen and the magical. Her character reminds us that there is beauty in being different, in seeing the world through our own unique lens. Luna teaches us the value of embracing who we truly are, and of finding joy in the things that others may overlook or dismiss. Her story is a gentle reminder that it's okay to march to the beat of your own drum. Fact 86. In the wizarding world, the use of broomsticks for flying is commonplace. But did you know that Quidditch brooms are crafted with great care and precision? The Nimbus 2000, one of the most famous broom models, is known for its speed and agility, but it's also a symbol of how the pursuit of excellence is woven into the very fabric of the wizarding world. The brooms used in Quidditch represent the dedication and discipline required to achieve greatness, whether in sports or in life. Just as a broom can glide effortlessly through the air, so too can our aspirations carry us forward if we stay focused and true to our path. Fact 87. The mirror of Arist, which shows the deepest desires of one's heart, is not just a magical object, it's a powerful reflection of the human condition. The word Arist is desire spelled backward, which suggests that the pursuit of our desires, no matter how deeply we long for them, is ultimately a reflection of our own inner selves. The mirror reminds us that sometimes the things we want most may not always be what we truly need. It teaches us that while our desires are part of who we are, they do not define us, and finding contentment often lies in embracing what we have in the present. Fact 88. The Triwizard Tournament, with its 3 dangerous tasks, is a central event in the Goblet of Fire. It's a symbol of the courage and determination required to face life's challenges. The tournament is not just about winning, it's about growth, resilience, and pushing oneself beyond limits. Just like the students who participate, we all must face obstacles that test our strength, our wit, and our heart. The tournament serves as a reminder that the path to greatness is often filled with trials, but it is through those trials that we find our true potential. Fact 89. The magical object known as the Time Turner allows its user to travel through time, but its power comes with a great responsibility. The Time Turner teaches us that while time is a precious resource, it cannot be controlled without consequences. Time, like magic, is something that must be respected and handled with care. The Time Turner serves as a metaphor for the choices we make and the way those choices shape our future. It reminds us that time is a gift, and we must live in each moment fully, for it can never be reclaimed once it has passed. Fact 90. The character of Percy Weasley, with his ambition and his desire to prove himself, is often seen as serious and sometimes overbearing. However, Percy's story is one of growth and redemption. His journey teaches us that the pursuit of success should never come at the expense of our relationships and our values. Percy's eventual realization that family and loyalty are more important than blind ambition is a powerful reminder that in the end, it is the people we love and the bonds we share that truly define us. Fact 91. The character of Draco Malfoy, often portrayed as a villain, is much more complex than he first appears. His journey throughout the series reveals the internal struggle between family loyalty and personal morality. Draco's story reminds us that the choices we make define who we are, not the circumstances we are born into. His character arc, filled with moments of doubt and hesitation, shows that even those who seem hardened by their upbringing can find their way toward redemption. Draco's story teaches us that growth often comes from the quiet, uncomfortable moments when we question what we have always believed. Fact 92. The concept of the Horcrux is one of the darkest and most powerful forms of magic in the wizarding world. To create a Horcrux, a dark wizard must commit murder, tearing their soul and anchoring it to an object. The Horcrux represents the ultimate form of greed and fear, the desire to avoid death at any cost. It serves as a powerful reminder that our souls, our very essence, are not something we can split or fragment without consequences. The act of creating a Horcrux symbolizes the loss of humanity, the dark path one takes when they refuse to accept the natural flow of life and death. Fact 93. The character of Gilderoy Lockhart, with his charm and bravado, is a humorous, albeit tragic, figure in the wizarding world. While he is known for his exaggerated tales of heroism and his tendency to take credit for others' accomplishments, Lockhart's true weakness lies in his fear of failure. His story is a reminder that confidence, when not rooted in authenticity, is fragile. Lockhart's ultimate downfall teaches us the importance of humility and honesty, qualities that are far more valuable than false pride and fabricated glory. Fact 94. The magical creature known as the Niffler is a curious, mischievous creature with a love for shiny objects. Its ability to find hidden treasures is both endearing and troublesome. The Niffler, in its search for gold and gems, represents our own desires for material wealth and possessions. Yet, like the Niffler, we must be careful not to let our quest for wealth overshadow the things that truly matter: love, friendship, and the simple joys of life. The Niffler teaches us that while treasures can be found in many places, the greatest ones are often the ones that are intangible. Fact 95. The character of Professor Minerva McGonagall is both stern and loving, a figure of authority who holds the respect of all students at Hogwarts. As an animagus, she can transform into a cat, a creature that symbolizes independence, intelligence, and agility. McGonagall's animagus form is a reflection of her multifaceted nature. She is strong yet nurturing, firm yet compassionate. Her character reminds us that true leadership is not about exerting control, but about guiding others with wisdom and care, knowing when to be firm and when to be gentle. Fact 96. The Weasley's Wizard Wheezes joke shop is a beloved part of the Harry Potter series, not just for its humorous products, but for the ingenuity and creativity of its founders, Fred and George Weasley. The shop represents the idea that even in the face of adversity, there is always room for laughter and lightness. Fred and George's entrepreneurial spirit is a reminder that even the most difficult circumstances can be turned into opportunities for joy, and that humor has the power to heal and connect us in ways that few other things can. Fact 97. The Deathly Hallows, the three magical objects of immense power, each have their own story to tell. The Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Invisibility Cloak represent the human desire for control over life and death. But in the end, they are also a reminder that the pursuit of power often comes at a great cost. The Deathly Hallows are not just objects of magic, they are symbols of the choices we make when we are faced with the inevitability of mortality. The story of the Hallows teaches us that while we may seek to control our fate, it is the acceptance of life's natural cycle that brings us peace. Fact 98. The Room of Requirement, a mysterious, magical room at Hogwarts, appears only when it is truly needed. The room takes on the form of whatever the person requires at that moment, whether it be a place to hide, a space to practice, or a safe haven. The Room of Requirement is a symbol of the way the universe provides for us when we are open to it. It teaches us that sometimes the things we need the most will appear when we least expect them, and that magic often comes to us when we are ready to receive it. Fact 99. The character of Harry Potter is often seen as a symbol of bravery and heroism, but his journey is also one of self discovery. From the moment he learns he is a wizard, Harry is thrust into a world filled with danger, mystery, and conflict. However, his greatest challenges are not the battles he faces or the enemies he encounters. They are the struggles within himself. Harry's journey teaches us that true bravery comes from facing our own fears, doubts, and insecurities. It is the quiet moments of introspection that define his path, guiding him toward the realization that it is love, not power, that is the greatest force in the world. Fact 100. The character of Hermione Granger, with her brilliant mind and unwavering loyalty, is a model of intelligence and determination. Hermione's story is a reminder that knowledge is not only power, it is a tool for change. Her character teaches us that the pursuit of knowledge, when coupled with compassion and kindness, can make a profound difference in the world. Hermione embodies the idea that true strength lies not in physical might, but in the ability to use our minds and hearts to create a better world for everyone. Fact 101. The character of Sirius Black is a beloved figure in the Harry Potter series, not just for his loyalty and bravery, but for his deep connection to the past. As a member of the Black family, one of the oldest and most prestigious wizarding families, Sirius represents the idea of breaking free from the chains of family legacy. His story is one of rebellion, not for the sake of defiance, but in pursuit of his own sense of justice and morality. Sirius's choice to stand against the prejudices of his family reminds us that we are not defined by our past, but by the choices we make in the present. Fact 102. The magical creature known as the Phoenix is a symbol of rebirth and regeneration, able to rise from its own ashes when it dies. In the wizarding world, Fawkes, Dumbledore's loyal phoenix, embodies this incredible power of renewal. The phoenix teaches us that life is cyclical, and even in the face of great loss, there is always the possibility of renewal. Like the warm glow of a fire, the phoenix represents the hope that no matter how dark the night, a new dawn will always come. Its song is one of resilience, a reminder that even in our most difficult times, there is always the potential for growth. Fact 103. The character of Luna Lovegood is one of the most unique and whimsical figures in the series. Her dreamy nature and her ability to see the world in a way that others cannot make her a beloved character. Luna's name, Luna, comes from the Latin word for moon, and much like the moon, her presence is gentle, mysterious, and full of light. Luna reminds us that the world is full of wonders, many of which we may overlook if we do not open our eyes to the magic that surrounds us. Her story teaches us the value of being true to ourselves, no matter how unconventional that may seem. Fact 104. The Triwizard Cup, the prize for winning the Triwizard Tournament, is not just a basic trophy. It is a symbol of perseverance, courage, and the pursuit of excellence. The cup is a reminder that true victory is not just about winning a competition. It is about overcoming the obstacles and challenges that life presents. The Triwizard Tournament, with its dangerous tasks, represents the journey of personal growth and discovery, and the cup itself symbolizes the rewards that come when we face our fears, push our limits, and never give up. Fact 105. The character of Bellatrix Lestrange is one of the most sinister and dangerous figures in the series, her madness and devotion to Voldemort making her both terrifying and tragic. Her name, Bellatrix, means female warrior in Latin, a fitting reflection of her fierce and often destructive nature. Bellatrix's story is one of blind loyalty to a dark cause, a reminder that unchecked passion can easily lead to destruction. Her character serves as a warning that true strength lies not in violence or chaos, but in the ability to stand firm in our values and resist the pull of darkness. Fact 106. The magical creature known as the hippogriff is a beautiful and proud being with the body of a horse and the head of an eagle. Hippogriffs are often seen as symbols of respect and an honor, as they will only allow themselves to be approached by someone who shows them the proper respect. The hippogriff teaches us that mutual respect is the foundation of all relationships. Whether in the wizarding world or our own, it is only through recognizing the dignity in others that we can create strong and meaningful bonds. Fact 107. The Deathly Hallows are three powerful magical objects that play a key role in the story of Harry Potter. The Invisibility Cloak, the Resurrection Stone, and the Elder Wand are not just powerful artifacts, they are symbols of life, death, and the choices we make. The Hallows serve as a reminder that no matter how much we may seek to control our fate, it is the acceptance of our mortality that brings us peace. The Deathly Hallows also teach us that true power does not lie in domination or immortality. It lies in our ability to love and to let go. Fact 208. The Marauder's Map, a magical map that reveals the hidden paths and movements of everyone at Hogwarts, is a symbol of discovery and adventure. Created by James Potter, Sirius Black, Remus Lupin, and Peter Pettigrew, the map is a representation of the playful spirit that exists even in the midst of chaos. The Marauder's Map reminds us that there is always more to the world than what meets the eye. Beneath the surface, there are always secrets waiting to be discovered, and the journey to uncover those secrets can be as magical as the discoveries themselves. Fact 109. The Whomping Willow, one of Hogwarts's most famous trees, is not just a dangerous plant. It is a symbol of the unpredictable nature of the world. The tree's violent tendencies serve as a reminder that not everything in life can be controlled. Sometimes, the things we encounter are powerful and chaotic, and we must learn how to navigate them carefully. The Whomping Willow teaches us the importance of respect and caution when approaching the unknown, and that some things, no matter how majestic, can be harmful if we do not treat them with care. Fact 110. The Floo Network, a magical method of transportation that allows witches and wizards to travel through fireplaces, represents the interconnectedness of the wizarding world. The network is a symbol of the bonds that tie people together, no matter how far apart they may be. The ability to travel from one place to another with a simple word is a reminder that magic exists in the connections we make with others. Just as the Floo Network links the homes of witches and wizards, the relationships we form with others create a network of support, love, and understanding that spans across time and distance. Fact 111. The character of Professor Snape is one of the most complex figures in the series, and his role as a double agent is key to understanding the balance between good and evil. His unwavering loyalty to Dumbledore, despite his association with Voldemort, is a powerful testament to the complexity of his character. Snape's story teaches us that even in the most difficult circumstances, our actions can define who we are, and that true courage often comes in the quiet, hidden moments when we choose to do what is right, even at great personal cost. Fact 112. The magical creature known as the basilisk is one of the most feared creatures in the wizarding world. With its lethal gaze, it represents the dangers of unchecked power and the consequences of allowing fear to rule us. However, the basilisk also symbolizes the importance of facing our fears head on. In the story, Harry's victory over the basilisk teaches us that we must confront the things that scare us, for only then can we overcome them and grow stronger. The basilisk is a reminder that the monsters we face in life are often not as terrifying when we find the courage to face them. Fact 113 was that the character of Harry's aunt, Petunia Dursley, is often seen as cold and unloving, yet her actions serve as a reflection of the importance of family and belonging. Petunia's resentment of Harry stems from her own feelings of inadequacy and her desire for a normal life. Her character teaches us that our actions, especially toward those we love, are often influenced by our own insecurities and fears. Petunia's story reminds us that family dynamics are complex, and the love we sometimes take for granted is often shaped by our own unresolved emotions. Fact 114. The idea of dark magic is a recurring theme throughout the Harry Potter series, with many characters, including Voldemort and his followers, using it to gain power and control. Dark magic represents the human desire to dominate, to bend others to our will. However, the series teaches us that the true power lies not in force, but in love, loyalty, and compassion. Dark magic, while powerful, is ultimately destructive, leaving its practitioners isolated and empty. The series reminds us that the greatest magic is found not in controlling others, but in choosing kindness and understanding. Fact 115. The Room of Requirement is one of the most fascinating magical features of Hogwarts. This room appears only when it is needed, taking the form of whatever the person requires at that moment. The Room of Requirement represents the idea that the universe will provide for us when we are ready to receive it. It is a symbol of hope and possibility, reminding us that even in our most challenging moments, there are hidden resources available to us if we know where to look. It teaches us that sometimes the answers we need are closer than we think. Fact 116. The character of Cedric Diggory, though he meets a tragic end, represents the themes of fairness and bravery. Cedric's ability to remain honorable and compassionate throughout the Triwizard Tournament is a testament to his integrity. His death is a reminder that life is fragile and unpredictable, and that we must cherish the moments we have with those we love. Cedric's legacy teaches us that bravery is not about winning. It is about staying true to our values, no matter the cost. His story encourages us to live with honor and to always strive to do what is right. Fact 117. The magical object known as the Time Turner allows its user to travel through time, offering the possibility of revisiting moments in the past. The Time Turner represents the desire to fix mistakes, to undo regret, and to alter the course of events. Yet it also symbolizes the importance of living in the present and accepting the flow of time. Time, like magic, cannot be controlled without consequences. The Time Turner reminds us that while we may not be able to change the past, we can always learn from it, and our true power lies in how we choose to move forward. Fact 118. The character of Hermione Granger is one of the most beloved and powerful figures in the series, and her unwavering belief in the power of knowledge and hard work is a key part of her strength. Hermione's character teaches us that intelligence is not just about knowing facts, it is about using what we know to make the world a better place. Her story reminds us that knowledge, when paired with kindness and compassion, can change the world. Hermione's courage and determination show us that true power comes from within, from our ability to think critically, to act with empathy, and to never give up. Fact 119. The Death Eaters, followers of Voldemort, are one of the most fearsome groups in the wizarding world. Their mark, the Dark Mark, symbolizes their loyalty to Voldemort and their willingness to use dark magic to achieve his goals. The Death Eaters serve as a reminder of the dangers of blind allegiance, of following someone without questioning their motives or actions. Their story teaches us that true loyalty is not about servitude. It is about standing for what is right, even when it is difficult. The Death Eaters are a warning that power can be a corrupting force, and that we must always choose the path of justice and compassion, even when it is not the easiest option. Fact 120. The magical creatures in the Harry Potter series, from the Hippogriff to the Thestral, represent the various facets of life, death, and the unknown. Each creature is a metaphor for a different aspect of human experience, offering insight into our own fears, desires, and aspirations. The creatures in the series teach us that magic is not just something that exists in the world around us, it is a part of us, woven into the fabric of who we are. The magical creatures remind us that, while the world may be filled with danger and uncertainty, it is also full of beauty, wonder, and possibility. Fact 121. The character of Professor Lupin is one of the most beloved in the series, not only for his kindness and wisdom, but for his deep connection to the magical world and its hidden struggles. As a werewolf, Lupin represents the themes of acceptance and resilience. His condition, one that many would fear or condemn, becomes a symbol of the internal struggles we all face. Lupin teaches us that true strength is not found in perfection, but in the courage to face our flaws and vulnerabilities. His story reminds us that even in the darkest times, we can still find light, and that kindness and understanding are often the most magical powers we have. Fact 122. The character of Ron Weasley is often seen as the loyal sidekick, but his journey is just as important as that of his friends. Ron's loyalty, bravery, and wit are the qualities that keep him steadfast in the face of danger. His relationship with his family, especially his brothers, shows that the bonds we create with those we love can carry us through even the most difficult times. Ron's story teaches us that courage comes in many forms, and that even the smallest actions of kindness and loyalty can have a profound impact. Fact 123. The magical object known as the Mirror of Erist shows the deepest desires of a person's heart, but it also reveals the dangers of living in the past. The mirror represents the idea that our desires can sometimes distract us from the present, making us long for something that may not be attainable. When Harry looks into the mirror and sees his deceased parents, it is a powerful reminder of the importance of accepting the past and moving forward. The mirror teaches us that while our desires are an important part of who we are, they should never overshadow our ability to live fully in the moment. Fact 124. The character of Hermione Granger is an embodiment of intelligence and determination, and her journey throughout the series teaches us the importance of self belief. Hermione is often underestimated for her intelligence, but it is her unwavering dedication to doing what is right, no matter the cost, that truly defines her. She represents the quiet strength that comes from knowledge and the power of kindness. Hermione's story shows us that true bravery is not just about physical courage, it is about using our minds and hearts to make a difference. Fact 125. The character of Fred and George Weasley, with their infectious humor and entrepreneurial spirit, bring a lightness to the series that contrasts with the darker themes of the story. Their shop, Weasley's Wizard Wheezes, is a symbol of creativity, resilience, and the power of laughter. Fred and George teach us that joy and humor are powerful tools for coping with the difficulties of life. Their story reminds us that even in the darkest times, laughter and lightness can be a form of resistance, and that it is often through humor that we can make the world a better place. Fact 126. The character of Severus Snape, despite his dark and sometimes cruel exterior, is one of the most tragic figures in the series. His love for Lily Potter and his eventual sacrifice for Harry represents the complex nature of loyalty and redemption. Snape's journey teaches us that even the most broken and flawed individuals have the capacity for great love and sacrifice. His story is a reminder that redemption is often not a clear or easy path, but that even the smallest acts of goodness can transform a life. Fact 127. The Hogwarts Express is not just a train. It is a symbol of the transition between childhood and adulthood, a journey into the unknown. For Harry and his friends, the train ride to Hogwarts is not just a physical journey. It is the beginning of their magical education and their growth as individuals. The Hogwarts Express teaches us that life is a series of transitions and that each journey is a step toward self-discovery. Like the train itself, we are always moving forward toward new experiences and new challenges, and it is in these moments of change that we often find our true selves. Fact 128. The magical creature known as the Thestral is a haunting yet beautiful creature that can only be seen by those who have witnessed death. The Thestral symbolizes the inevitability of death and the need to accept it as a part of life. It teaches us that death is not something to be feared, but something to be understood and embraced. The Thestral's quiet presence serves as a reminder that while death is a natural part of existence, it is the way we live that gives our lives meaning. The Thestral encourages us to live with purpose, knowing that life is finite and that every moment is precious. Fact 129. The potion of Felix Felicis, also known as liquid luck, is a magical substance that allows its drinker to experience good luck for a period of time. The potion represents the idea that luck is not something that can be controlled, but something that comes to us when we are open to it. Felix Felicis teaches us that while we may not always be able to control the outcomes of our actions, there are moments in life when everything aligns perfectly. It is a reminder that sometimes the best thing we can do is trust in the flow of life and embrace the magic of serendipity. Fact 130. The magical concept of animagus, the ability to transform into an animal at will, is a powerful symbol of the relationship between humans and the natural world. Each animagus transformation reflects the characteristics of the animal chosen, embodying the magical connection between a person and the creature they become. The onemagous form teaches us that there is much more to us than meets the eye, that our true selves can be found in the quiet moments when we connect with the world around us. It is a reminder that magic is not just in wands or spells, but in the deep, unspoken connection we share with the world and its creatures. Fact 121: the character of Professor Lupin is one of the most beloved in the series, not only for his kindness and wisdom, but for his deep connection to the magical world and its hidden struggles. As a werewolf, Lupin represents the themes of acceptance and resilience. His condition, one that many would fear or condemn, becomes a symbol of the internal struggles we all face. Lupin teaches us that true strength is not found in perfection, but in the courage to face our flaws and vulnerabilities. His story reminds us that even in the darkest times, we can still find light, and that kindness and understanding are often the most magical powers we have. Fact 122: the character of Ron Weasley is often seen as the loyal sidekick, but his journey is just as important as that of his friends. Ron's loyalty, bravery, and wit are the qualities that keep him steadfast in the face of danger. His relationship with his family, especially his brothers, shows that the bonds we create with those we love can carry us through even the most difficult times. Ron's story teaches us that courage comes in many forms, and that even the smallest actions of kindness and loyalty can have a profound impact. Fact 123: the magical object known as the Mirror of Erised shows the deepest desires of a person's heart, but it also reveals the dangers of living in the past. The mirror represents the idea that our desires can sometimes distract us from the present, making us long for something that may not be attainable. When Harry looks into the mirror and sees his deceased parents, it is a powerful reminder of the importance of accepting the past and moving forward. The mirror teaches us that while our desires are an important part of who we are, they should never overshadow our ability to live fully in the moment. Fact 124: the character of Hermione Granger is an embodiment of intelligence and determination, and her journey throughout the series teaches us the importance of self-belief. Hermione is often underestimated for her intelligence, but it is her unwavering dedication to doing what is right no matter the cost that truly defines her. She represents the quiet strength that comes from knowledge and the power of kindness. Hermione's story shows us that true bravery is not just about physical courage. It is about using our minds and hearts to make a difference. Fact 125: the character of Fred and George Weasley, with their infectious humor and entrepreneurial spirit, bring a lightness to the series that contrasts with the darker themes of the story. Their shop, Weasley's Wizard Wheezes, is a symbol of creativity, resilience, and the power of laughter. Fred and George teach us that joy and humor are powerful tools for coping with the difficulties of life. Their story reminds us that even in the darkest times, laughter and lightness can be a form of resistance, and that it is often through humor that we can make the world a better place. Fact 126: the character of Severus Snape, despite his dark and sometimes cruel exterior, is one of the most tragic figures in the series. His love for Lily Potter and his eventual sacrifice for Harry represents the complex nature of loyalty and redemption. Snape's journey teaches us that even the most broken and flawed individuals have the capacity for great love and sacrifice. His story is a reminder that redemption is often not a clear or easy path, but that even the smallest acts of goodness can transform a life. Fact 127. The Hogwarts Express is not just a train, it is a symbol of the transition between childhood and adulthood, a journey into the unknown. For Harry and his friends, the train ride to Hogwarts is not just a physical journey, it is the beginning of their magical education and their growth as individuals. The Hogwarts Express teaches us that life is a series of transitions and that each journey is a step towards self discovery. Like the train itself, we are always moving forward toward new experiences and new challenges, and it is in these moments of change that we often find our true selves. Fact 128. The magical creature known as the Thestral is a haunting yet beautiful creature that can only be seen by those who have witnessed death. The Thestral symbolizes the inevitability of death and the need to accept it as a part of life. It teaches us that death is not something to be feared, but something to be understood and embraced. The Thestral's quiet presence serves as a reminder that while death is a natural part of existence, it is the way we live that gives our lives meaning. The Thestral encourages us to live with purpose, knowing that life is finite and that every moment is precious. Fact 129. The potion of Felix Felicis, also known as liquid luck, is a magical substance that allows its drinker to experience good luck for a period of time. The potion represents the idea that luck is not something that can be controlled, but something that comes to us when we are open to it. Felix Felicis teaches us that while we may not always be able to control the outcomes of our actions, there are moments in life when everything aligns perfectly. It is a reminder that sometimes the best thing we can do is trust in the flow of life and embrace the magic of serendipity. Facts 130. The magical concept of animagus, the ability to transform into an animal at will, is a powerful symbol of the relationship between humans and the natural world. Each animagus transformation reflects the characteristics of the animal chosen, embodying the magical connection between a person and the creature they become. The animagus form teaches us that there is much more to us than meets the eye, that our true selves can be found in the quiet moments when we connect with the world around us. It is a reminder that magic is not just in wands or spells, but in the deep, unspoken connection we share with the world and its creatures. Fact 131. The enchanted sorting hat is a symbol of destiny and choice. While it is tasked with sorting students into their respective houses at Hogwarts, it also reflects the importance of self-awareness and inner desires. Each student's placement is based on their qualities: bravery for Gryffindor, wisdom for Ravenclaw, loyalty for Hufflepuff, and ambition for Slytherin. Yet the sorting hat is not just a tool, it's a reminder that we all have the power to shape our own path. It teaches us that while our traits may guide us, it is our choices that truly define us. Fact 132. The Diagon Alley shopping district is more than just a bustling marketplace. It is a place of magic, possibility, and adventure. The alley is home to countless magical shops, each offering unique and wondrous items, from potions, ingredients, to brooms and wands. Diagon Alley represents the magic of discovery, of exploring the unknown, and finding treasures in the most unexpected places. It serves as a reminder that life is full of opportunities, and often the things we need most can be found when we least expect them. Like the alley itself, the world is full of hidden wonders waiting to be uncovered. Fact 133. The character of Dobby, the house elf, is one of the most heartwarming figures in the series. His loyalty to Harry and his eventual freedom represent the themes of self liberation and the power of choice. Dobby's story is a reminder that no matter how small or oppressed we may feel, we all have the ability to break free from the chains that bind us. His courage in seeking freedom, despite the risks, teaches us that true liberation comes from within, that we all have the power to choose our own path, even when it seems difficult. Fact 134. The magical wand, an essential tool in the wizarding world, represents the bond between a wizard and their magic. Each wand is unique, with its own wood, core, and personality, and it is said that the wand chooses the wizard. This connection reflects the deep, personal relationship between magic and its wielder. The wand teaches us that the magic within us is not separate from who we are. It is a reflection of our deepest desires, our values, and our abilities. It serves as a reminder that the power to shape the world lies within us all, if we are willing to find it. Fact 135. The magical creature known as the acromantula, a giant, dangerous spider, is a fearsome creature with a haunting presence in the wizarding world. Despite its terrifying appearance, the acromantula serves as a reminder of the power of fear. It teaches us that often our greatest fears are the ones we create in our minds. By confronting those fears and learning to face them head on, we can transform them into sources of strength. The acromantula's presence in the story reminds us that while we may encounter terrifying challenges, it is through facing them that we find our true courage. Fact 136. The invisibility cloak, one of the Deathly Hallows, is not just a tool for hiding. It is a symbol of the desire to escape from the world, from our problems, and from ourselves. The cloak grants its wearer the ability to move unseen, slipping silently through the world without being noticed. But the cloak also represents the temptation to withdraw from life, to avoid the difficult truths that we must confront. It teaches us that while it may be tempting to hide from our fears, it is only by facing them directly that we can truly move forward and grow. Fact 137. The character of Minerva McGonagall, a strict yet compassionate professor, is a symbol of wisdom and grace under pressure. As the head of Gryffindor House, McGonagall leads her students with an unwavering sense of justice and fairness. Her ability to transform into a cat reflects her dual nature, firm yet gentle. McGonagall's story reminds us that true leadership is not about control, but about guidance. Her strength lies in her ability to protect and nurture her students, teaching them not just how to be witches and wizards, but how to be good people. Fact 138. The Cloak of Invisibility is a central magical item in the Harry Potter series, and its presence teaches us about the nature of privacy, secrets, and the passage of time. While the cloak provides a means of protection and escape, it also reflects the idea that there are some parts of our lives that are best kept hidden from the world. The cloak's magical ability to shield its wearer reminds us that sometimes the greatest protection we have is our own ability to retreat into ourselves, to find quiet and peace away from the noise of the world. Fact 139. The Forbidden Forest is a mystical and mysterious place that plays an important role in the Harry Potter series. It is home to many magical creatures, some dangerous, others wise and ancient. The forest represents the unknown, those parts of the world and ourselves that we are hesitant to explore. But as with all things, The Forbidden Forest is a place of both danger and discovery. The creatures within it are both a threat and a lesson, showing us that there is often great beauty in what we fear. The forest teaches us that the unknown, when approached with caution and respect, can hold some of life's most profound discoveries. Fact 140: the magical butterbeer, a beloved drink in the wizarding world, is often associated with warmth, comfort, and the simple pleasures of life. Served at the Three Broomsticks Inn in Hogsmeade, butterbeer is a drink that brings together friends, families, and fellow wizards to enjoy life's quiet moments. It symbolizes the value of enjoying the present, savoring the little things that make life magical. The idea of butterbeer, simple, sweet, and shared with loved ones, reminds us that sometimes the most magical moments in life are the simplest, those we create when we're together, enjoying the warmth of friendship and comfort. Fact 141: the flue powder, a magical substance that allows witches and wizards to travel through fireplaces, represents the interconnectedness of the magical world. The simple act of stepping into the fireplace and saying the destination is a reminder of how magic can bridge distances. Flue powder symbolizes the ease with which connections can be made in the wizarding world, allowing one to travel from home to home with just a few words. It teaches us that while the journey may seem daunting, sometimes all it takes is the courage to step forward and trust that the path will unfold. Fact 142: the magical creature known as the Niffler is a small, mischievous animal with a love for shiny objects. Despite its chaotic tendencies, the Niffler also represents the concept of hidden treasures. The creature's love for gold and gems symbolizes the human desire to find wealth and value in unexpected places. But the Niffler also reminds us that sometimes what we seek may not be as important as the journey we take to find it. The Niffler's relentless pursuit of shiny things teaches us that while material wealth can bring temporary satisfaction, true treasures are often the experiences and relationships we gather along the way. Fact 143: the Hogwarts Express, the magical train that transports students to Hogwarts, is not just a method of transportation, it is a symbol of transition and the passage of time. Each year, the students board the train with the promise of a new adventure, a new chapter in their lives. The journey on the Hogwarts Express is a moment of reflection where the characters can look forward to the challenges and experiences that await them. The train teaches us that every journey, no matter how familiar, offers a chance for growth, discovery, and connection. Fact 144: the character of Hermione Granger is not only a brilliant witch, but also a champion of justice and equality. Her advocacy for the rights of house elves, particularly in her founding of SPEW, Society for the Promotion of Elfish Welfare, shows her deep commitment to fairness and compassion. Hermione's efforts to change the treatment of house elves are a reminder that true kindness is about more than just helping those we know. It's about standing up for those who are often overlooked or oppressed. Her story teaches us that even small acts of kindness and advocacy can have a lasting impact on the world. Fact 145: the Whomping Willow, the infamous tree at Hogwarts, is a powerful symbol of the unexpected dangers that can lie hidden in plain sight. The tree's violent reactions to anyone who comes too close are a reminder that even the most majestic and beautiful things can harbor hidden threats. But the Whomping Willow also represents the idea that some challenges are unavoidable and that we must learn to navigate them with caution and respect. The tree serves as a lesson in how to handle life's unpredictable and sometimes dangerous elements, teaching us to face our fears with grace and wisdom. Fact 146: the character of Neville Longbottom is one of the most inspiring figures in the series, and his journey from shy and uncertain to courageous and heroic is a testament to personal growth. Neville's story reminds us that bravery comes in many forms, and that true courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act despite it. Throughout the series, Neville's loyalty, resilience, and determination prove that even those who feel insignificant or overlooked have the potential for greatness. His journey teaches us that we all have the power to rise above our doubts and make a difference in the world. Fact 147: the Cursed Vaults, a mysterious series of magical vaults hidden within Hogwarts, are part of the deeper, darker history of the castle. These vaults represent the idea that secrets from the past can linger, influencing the present in ways we may not fully understand. The Cursed Vaults also teach us that the pursuit of knowledge can be dangerous, and that some things are better left undiscovered. Their hidden nature reminds us that not all questions need to be answered, and sometimes the greatest wisdom lies in knowing when to leave the past undisturbed. Fact 148: the Floo Network, the magical method of traveling through fireplaces, symbolizes the connections we make with others. In the wizarding world, the Floo Network links homes and businesses, making it easier for people to stay connected despite the physical distance between them. It serves as a reminder that while we may be separated by time and space, we are always connected to others in ways that transcend boundaries. The Floo Network teaches us that even in a busy, fast-paced world, there are always ways to remain close to the people who matter most. Fact 149: the character of Albus Dumbledore is the embodiment of wisdom, kindness, and selflessness. As the headmaster of Hogwarts, Dumbledore is a guide to the students, offering them both knowledge and comfort. His deep understanding of the human heart, as well as his willingness to make difficult sacrifices for the greater good, makes him one of the most revered characters in the series. Dumbledore's character teaches us that true leadership comes not from control or power, but from the ability to inspire others with compassion and integrity. His story reminds us that the choices we make, even in the most difficult moments, shape the world around us. Fact 150: the magical creature known as the House Elf is an important part of the wizarding world, but their servitude and treatment are often overlooked. House elves, though loyal and hardworking, are bound by magical contracts to serve their masters. This servitude, while accepted in the wizarding world, serves as a reminder of the injustices that can exist within systems of power. The character of Dobby, the house elf who seeks his freedom, teaches us the value of liberty, self-determination, and the fight for equal rights. Dobby's journey is one of personal liberation, and it serves as a reminder that we all have the power to break free from the chains that bind us, whether they be physical, emotional, or societal. Fact 151: the magical Time Turner, which allows its user to travel back in time, is one of the most intriguing and complex objects in the Harry Potter series. While it offers the possibility to change the past, it also comes with great responsibility and danger. The Time Turner serves as a reminder that time, much like magic, is a powerful and unpredictable force. It teaches us that while we may wish to change certain moments, the consequences of altering the past can be far reaching. The time turner symbolizes the importance of living in the present and appreciating the moments we have, for time is something we can never truly control. Fact 152: the troll in the Philosopher's Stone is a classic magical creature that presents a challenge for Harry and his friends. Though initially a terrifying obstacle, the troll ultimately becomes a symbol of the power of teamwork and bravery. In facing the troll, Harry, Ron, and Hermione show that even in the face of danger, working together can turn the tide in our favor. The troll teaches us that while challenges may seem insurmountable on our own, it is often through collaboration, trust, and support that we can overcome the greatest of obstacles. Fact 153: the Room of Hidden Things, hidden deep within the walls of Hogwarts, is a place where lost items and secrets are kept. It's a magical room that appears when someone is in desperate need of it, and it is filled with objects that have been forgotten or hidden away. This room represents the idea that the past, though it may be forgotten or concealed, is never truly gone. The Room of Hidden Things teaches us that all the things we hide or forget about are still with us in some way, waiting to be discovered when we need them most. It reminds us that even the things we think we've lost are often still a part of our journey. Fact 154: the Marauder's Map is an enchanted map of Hogwarts that reveals every hidden passageway and the exact location of everyone in the castle. This map, created by James Potter, Sirius Black, Remus Lupin, and Peter Pettigrew, represents the playful side of magic, but also the importance of understanding the world around us. The Marauder's Map is a symbol of exploration and curiosity, showing us that there is always more to discover in the world than what we initially see. It teaches us that sometimes the most magical discoveries come not from grand quests, but from the quiet exploration of the world in front of us. Fact 155: the Gryffindor Sword, a powerful magical artifact, is imbued with ancient magic and represents the courage, bravery, and loyalty of the Gryffindor house. The sword itself is passed down through generations and plays a key role in Harry's journey. It symbolizes the idea that true strength comes from within, from the courage to do what is right, even when it is difficult. The sword teaches us that, like Harry, we all have the ability to rise to the occasion when faced with challenges, and that bravery is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to stand up for what we believe in. Fact 156: the Phoenix Feather is one of the rarest and most powerful wand cores, symbolizing rebirth, resilience, and immortality. A wand with a phoenix feather core is known for its extraordinary magical abilities and deep connection to its owner. The phoenix feather represents the ability to rise from the ashes, to emerge stronger after each trial. This core reminds us that, like the phoenix, we too have the ability to grow, learn, and evolve after facing adversity. It teaches us that resilience and the willingness to embrace change are the keys to overcoming even the greatest challenges. Fact 157: the Hogwarts Express is not just a train, but a symbol of transition, of moving from one part of our lives to another. For Harry and his friends, the train ride to Hogwarts represents the beginning of a new chapter, a new journey. It's a moment of anticipation and excitement, but also of reflection. The Hogwarts Express teaches us that life is full of transitions, and it's how we approach those changes that defines who we become. The train ride symbolizes the constant motion of life, a journey where we are always moving forward, whether we realize it or not. Fact 158. The character of Professor McGonagall is a shining example of strength and wisdom. As the Transfiguration Professor at Hogwarts, she is known for her strictness, but also for her deep care for her students. McGonagall's ability to transform into a cat reflects her adaptability and her ability to move between worlds with grace. Her story teaches us that true strength lies in our ability to balance firm leadership with compassion and understanding. McGonagall reminds us that we can be both strong and kind, disciplined and nurturing, and that these qualities are not mutually exclusive. Fact 159. The dark mark is the symbol of Voldemort and his followers, and it represents the fear and control that he seeks to instill in the wizarding world. The mark, though terrifying, also represents the power of symbols to shape the world. It teaches us that symbols can carry immense weight, both for good and for evil, and that the symbols we create, the beliefs we hold, can shape the world around us. The dark mark reminds us of the importance of standing up against fear and tyranny, and of the power we each hold to change the symbols and ideas that define our world. Fact 160. The Quidditch World Cup, a grand event that brings together the best players from across the wizarding world, is a symbol of unity and competition. While the event itself is full of excitement and magic, it also represents the idea that the world is full of diverse cultures and traditions. The Quidditch World Cup teaches us that competition, when done with respect and fairness, can bring people together. It reminds us that despite our differences, we are all part of a larger world, and that our shared experiences can unite us in powerful ways. Thank you for joining me on this gentle journey through the magical world of Harry Potter. From the enchanted halls of Hogwarts to the mysterious creatures that roam its grounds, we've discovered so many quiet secrets, each one woven with wonder and magic. May these stories continue to linger in your mind like a soft, comforting spell, guiding you into restful sleep. As the night deepens and the world around you settles, may your dreams be filled with light, hope, and the soft whispers of magic. May you find peace in the knowledge that, like the characters we've come to know and love, there is always room for growth, resilience, and love in every corner of the world. Rest now and let the magic of the wizarding world fill your heart with warmth. Good night.